Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to English Unboxed. Please stay with me with one paragraph about coffee in 3 different levels: basic, intermediate, and advanced. This is gonna be amazing. So here's why I think this program is going to be very useful for you guys. What I'm going to do is I'm going to read you a paragraph about coffee with basic English vocabulary, and then paraphrase that very same paragraph with intermediate ones, and finally with advanced English vocabulary, right? So here's the paragraph in basic English. Coffee is a popular drink that many people enjoy. Coffee is made from the seeds of a plant called coffee beans. Coffee beans are roasted and ground, then mixed with hot water to make coffee. Some people like to add milk, sugar, or other flavors to their coffee. Coffee has caffeine, which is a substance that can make people feel more awake and active. Coffee can have different tastes and strengths, depending on how it's made and what kind of coffee beans are used. So this is what I've done with that very same paragraph, guys. I have paraphrased that paragraph with intermediate English vocabulary. I'm going to read you the paragraph sentence by sentence and explain to you each and every single one of those words. Coffee is a widely consumed beverage that many people find enjoyable. So let's go through the words one by one. A beverage is any kind of drink except water. So instead of the word drink, you definitely can use the word beverage. Again, it's any kind of drink except water, right? Now, a widely consumed beverage. What does widely consumed mean? If something is widely consumed, it is used by a large number of people from all over the world. The word consume itself means use. So a widely consumed beverage instead of a popular drink. Coffee is made from the seeds of a plant known as coffee beans. So you see what I did, guys? I went with known as instead of called, right? They basically have the same meaning. Coffee beans are roasted and ground, then brewed to make coffee. So what does brew mean? Good question. It means to make coffee or tea by adding very hot water to ground coffee or tea leaves, right? So again, coffee beans are roasted and ground, then brewed to make coffee. Some people prefer to enhance their coffee with milk, sugar, or other flavorings. So about the word flavoring, I guess you have an easy job because I just used it instead of the word flavor. They basically have the same meaning. But see what I did with the word add in basic English? Instead of the word add, I used the word enhance, which means to improve something or to make it better. Coffee contains caffeine, which is a chemical that can make people feel more alert and energetic. So see, I made quite a few changes in this sentence. Instead of the word has in basic English, coffee has caffeine, I used the word contain, which has the same meaning. Coffee contains caffeine, which means it has caffeine. So what is a chemical? It's basically a substance used in chemistry, and technically speaking, caffeine is a chemical, which means a substance, right? So my favorite part of this paraphrase is using 2 words, alert and energetic, instead of awake and active. So in basic English, I use the words awake and active, and instead of the word awake, in intermediate English, I use the word alert. And instead of the word active, I decided to go with the word energetic, which basically means full of energy, right? Coffee can vary in taste and intensity. So in basic English, I used coffee can have different tastes. In intermediate English, I wrote coffee can vary. So basically, if 2 things vary, they are different from each other. So what I mean in this sentence is coffee can have different tastes. Again, coffee can vary in taste and intensity. And what does intensity mean? It means strength. So it's a synonym of the word strength. So let's continue with the advanced version of that very same paragraph. Coffee is a ubiquitous drink that many people savor. So what does the word ubiquitous mean? Let me first give you a couple of examples of what is ubiquitous. Well, cars are ubiquitous, laptops are ubiquitous, cameras, cell phones are ubiquitous, which means they are present everywhere. So in basic English, I wrote coffee is a popular drink. In intermediate English, I wrote coffee is a widely consumed beverage. And in advanced English, I decided to go with a more advanced word, which is ubiquitous, which means present everywhere. You can see them everywhere, right? So coffee is a ubiquitous drink that many people savor. So what does savor mean? It means to enjoy something that you're eating or drinking, especially when you drink it or when you eat it very slowly. Such a beautiful word for when you're enjoying something. Coffee is made from the seeds of a plant termed coffee beans. So let's go through the words one by one, again from basic to advanced. So in basic one, I wrote coffee is made from the seeds of a plant called coffee beans. In the intermediate version, instead of called, I wrote known as coffee beans, and in the advanced version, I wrote termed coffee beans. Coffee beans are roasted and ground, then brewed to make coffee. Some people opt to enhance their coffee with milk, sugar, or other flavorings. Now, before I continue, guys, let me give you a few tips about advanced English. And you might have noticed that in my advanced version of that paragraph, I haven't used nearly as many changes as I have done in the intermediate version. And the reason is pretty simple. It's because I don't want to make my English sound too artificial or too fake in the advanced version. And it can easily sound like that. So you have to be careful when you're trying to use advanced vocabulary, because you don't want to make your language sound too mechanical, right? See, I've done a very small number of changes, like the word ubiquitous instead of popular, like the word savor instead of enjoy, right? There are very few changes. Now, let's get back to the sentence. Some people opt to enhance their coffee. So opt to means choose to do something or decide to do something. Some people opt to enhance their coffee with milk. This means some people choose to or decide to enhance their coffee with milk, sugar, or other flavorings. Coffee contains caffeine, which is a chemical that can make people feel more observant and exuberant. This is my favorite part again. So let's go with the basic version first again. Awake and active, right? Awake and active. This turned into alert and energetic in my intermediate version. And finally, in the advanced version, I have observant and exuberant. So the word observant kind of speaks for itself. If you're observant, you pay a lot of attention to what is happening. And if you're exuberant, you're energetic and basically dynamic. Coffee can vary in taste and potency. So what I've done is I've replaced the word intensity with potency, which means again strength and intensity. Depending on how it's made and what kind of beans are utilized. I really like this word. It might sound like a cliche because a large number of students tend to use the word utilize instead of the word use, but it is still such a beautiful word. So it means use. And we have basically three words with pretty much the same meaning in these three paragraphs. Use, utilize, and consume. They more or less have the same meaning. So I hope you enjoyed watching this video, guys. If you did, make sure to share it with your friends. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel, guys. This is a new program I've started. I'm pretty sure that there are so many ways you can help me improve this program. If you have any ideas, make sure to write them down in the comment section below. I'll be looking forward to hearing from you guys. If you have any questions, you can also write them down in the comment section below. I love you guys, I appreciate you guys, and I'll see you in the next one.